So what is ahead for her? Well, let's ask Utah Republican Congressman and member of the House Education and also House Workforce Committee as well. He's got all of them covered. Burgess Owens. Congressman, it's great to have you here. She's got a lot on her plate, Linda McMahon. What's ahead? What does she have to clean up with our education system? Something I know so near and dear to you and so many of our viewers.
Well, Rita, first of all, thanks for this opportunity. I've never been more excited in my life, literally, than I am right now. This has been a 40-year mission for me to, first of all, bring back the focus on education that we should be having all this time, and to have President Trump who understands the importance, the priorities we should have, and Linda being our Secretary McMahon being given this opportunity. I'm very, very excited about that. What we're looking at doing right now, and very important, we need to bring innovation to education. Ignorant and free can never be was a paraphrase by Thomas Jefferson, and we've seen what's happened since 1978. When the Department of Education was created with a deal from the Teachers Association, Labor Union, and President Carter. From that point, going from #1 in the world, we're down now to the mid-30s or 40s. We're looking at failure of this department for decades of our most vulnerable kids. So I'm excited about the fact we bring innovation, a passion for our children, putting them first versus institutions, and finally getting to the point where we say that legacy will be a intergenerational of kids, no matter what their zip code might be, their background, of excited about their country, leading the world in terms of education and intelligence, and being able to bring freedom, because that's what it comes down to. Freedom is tied in to how well we can think, and we're finally getting a chance to get back to those basic premises of what our country was built on from the very beginning.
Absolutely, and helping the next generation. I can't think of anything more important. Post-COVID, obviously, education has not been great. National math and reading scores, as you know, Congressman, they have dropped to their lowest point. It's incredible since 1993. Linda McMahon, of course, is a big supporter also of school choice. Do you think we're going to see that? Because that's something President Trump has also talked about too, as well.
Well, there's no question. That is the American way. Having choice, meritocracy, finding out the best way, the best means, the least cost. That's what we've always been about. This is the only institution, the only area of our nation that this free market has not been brought in place. Just a real quick note to let you know how this works. Back, Errol Mann was the father of public education. He passed away 20 years before Alexander Bell said, "Hello, Watson." That Hello Watson's turned into this remarkable iPhone and these smartphones we now talk about. I can get on top of Mount Everest and still communicate because of the technology we have. Well, our education is still back in the 1800s. We need to bring that forward and allow the innovation from the teachers, true innovators, administrators, those who care about our kids. Now's the time to get it done. And Linda, Secretary McMahon is a person who will bring that forward. She understands business ownership, the power of small business running throughout our country, and this is a big piece of it. So I'm excited about bringing that innovative process into this discussion for sure.
Yeah, it's going to be great. And she is a dynamo. I agree with you. I want to ask you also about, of course, DOGE. I want to switch gears because Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy, they're going to be meeting with congressional leaders next week to discuss their plans. And one of the agencies, by the way, that's already sort of been mentioned potentially on the chopping block is the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. What are your thoughts about that? And what do you think is going to be on the chopping block? There's a lot, by the way, of fat, as you know, on Congress. There's a lot of bureaucracy. They're going to have their work cut out for them.
And they're the type of mindset that needs to be brought into this. Innovators, folks understand how to prioritize a return on investment. All of our departments need that. That's something that's not happened in our country. I know more about education, the Department of Education, and I know this is a good example of how we can start looking at what can we do to take some of the things that are duplicit and able to kind of move this forward. So I think, for instance, we could take the Department of Education, take some of that and put it into the Justice, Treasury, things we can do to make sure we're bringing down the cost and pushing a lot of this back to the state so they can hire better teachers, give them more salaries. A lot of things we can do with that in that regard for sure.
Yeah, I think they're going to be very, very busy guys, and the whole department certainly will be. Congressman, it's really great to have you here. You got to come back on again soon. It was wonderful.
Thank you, Rita. I appreciate it. All the
Thank
best.
you too. You too. Congressman Burgess Owens, thank you.